One of the biggest aspects of like Gamergate or Comicsgate or whatever is this talk about toxic fandoms. And they like to point the finger at more socially conservative individuals and claim that they're toxic fans simply when they're regular fans who are upset. You see, there have been a few movies I've been upset about. The Last Jedi. Big fan of Star Wars. More a fan of Star Trek, but I love Star Wars. At least I did for a long time. And now it's just Star Wars has become a mishmash of complete absurdity and insanity. But I'll tell you this. You see, when I complain about The Last Jedi being bad, having a plot that makes no sense, wiping out characters that never got resolved or explained, continuity errors and plot holes, it's not because I'm being toxic. It's because I have legitimate criticisms for a bad film. A film that most people, a lot of people panned. I know some people happen to like it. The story made no sense. There's continuity errors. What was that thing in that casino planet like never even mattered? Man, Rian Johnson literally destroyed Star Wars for me. But now we have a new Star Wars film, The Rise of Skywalker. And we are seeing a lot of people angry about certain choices in the film. I don't want to bury the lead for you, so I'll just tell you what the gist is. There are people literally posting death threats for J.J. Abrams for his plot choices. Like, there's seriously people threatening to kill a man because they don't like what he did to the movie. Whoa. Say, toxic fandom is a real thing. These people are nuts, all right? But we've got a couple stories. The first story, Star Wars fans are furious that J.J. Abrams gave role to Dominic Monaghan over a soccer bet. I'll briefly go through this, but I really want to talk about like the political aspect. I'm going to make something clear, okay? I was sad. I said I wouldn't go see Star Wars ever again. Admittedly, I was really bored, had nothing else to do, and it was playing right next to the restaurant. I was eating it, and I said, all right, I'll go see it. Otherwise, I'm going to be sitting around doing nothing, so I went and saw it, and I was sad. I was really sad. Because I could see how they could have made the sequel trilogy actually good, starting with The Force Awakens, and how Rian Johnson destroyed it. I think he did it on purpose. But in no way do I think anyone needs to die because they, say, killed Kylo Ren, and that's what's happening. Okay, I'm sorry. Spoiler alert. Whatever, man. You should have seen the movie by now or not. Okay, anyway, I'll put a spoiler alert in the title so that you guys realize, because that was all right, that's going to be spoilers. Anyway, the point is, Kylo Ren dies, and it's like, I don't know, bad. And fans are literally saying that they want to kill J.J. Abrams. I don't even think I can show you these tweets, because if I zoom in, then I'm going to get in trouble on YouTube. This person on Twitter, I don't know who this is, they follow me, they said, Rilo fans are outraged that Kylo Ren dies in Rise of Skywalker. They're sending death threats and harassment to J.J. Abrams, cast members, and Lucasfilm employees. The new fan base Lucasfilms has catered to is providing their true toxic fans in Star Wars. Let's talk about toxic fandom. Is the toxic fandom the core fan base of, now middle-aged men who loved Star Wars in the 70s, 80s, and are now looking forward to a new, where is Luke Skywalker? They're maybe in their 50s or 60s, and they're saying, I really want to see that story continued. Those are not the toxic fans. The people who are complaining that Luke became an ineffectual, man-baby, crying about things he couldn't accomplish, that's not toxic fandom, okay? That's a fan who's sad they destroyed the character of Luke Skywalker. I mean, even Mark Hamill expressed he was upset about what they did to Luke Skywalker. What ended up happening is Star Wars ended up catering, at least in the eyes of many people, to, the social justice crowd with The Last Jedi. I mean, The Force Awakens as a whole, people are like, oh no, the new Jedi is a woman, she's a Mary Sue or something. And it seems like the big divide between whether or not The Last Jedi was good or bad is literally the critics loved it and the core fans hated it. And the critics tended to be the woke media Twitterati types. Well, congratulations, the new fan base you've developed is posting death threats too. Because the core people who were called the toxic fans in the past, right? People like me and other like anti-SJW types, they were called toxic fans. Okay, I'll tell you this right now. If those people don't like Star Wars, then the people posting right now are your people. Congratulations. All right, but I should do this because I do have one more thing. I have another story after this. Let's read about what happened with this giving a role, because people are mad about this, but this is not even a big deal. They say, much has been made of the presence or lack thereof of Kelly Marie Tran's Rose Tico in Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Now, after Twitter users made their feelings felt about her screen time, another tidbit has been revealed around the choices with the cast. Dominic Monaghan revealed that he got his Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker part in the strangest way possible. When he won a football bet, he got written into the movie by his friend J.J. Abrams. In a conversation on an Inverse podcast, he explained how the entire situation went down. Fans of the actress are none too pleased and letting their frustrations be known on Twitter. Monahan began. At the start of the game, because JJ is a mother effer, in the best way possible, he emailed me and said, I think I have a Star Wars part for you. And I wrote back and said, brilliant. I won't bother you, but let me know if there's anything I can do or what I can say. He wrote back and said, if England beat Colombia, you're in. Oh, so it's soccer. I was like, oh, mate, you be. Screenwriter Chris Terrio tried to explain how some technical concerns led to the relatively small screen time for Rose in the latest film. So here's why I bring this up in line with the death threats. Rose Tico was a poorly written character, but the diversity pro, SAW type crowd were fawning over her because she's like a chubby Asian woman, and that's like, diversity. I got no beef against, Kelly Marie Tran. I think she was fine. I do think her role made no sense, and The Last Jedi is one of the worst films ever made. Believe it or not, I actually enjoyed Cats more than I'm sorry, it's true. I enjoyed Cats more than I enjoyed The Last Jedi. I'm not kidding. Cats was something where I was just sitting there, and I'm like, whatever. I mean, they're singing. But The Last Jedi was infuriating. Like the plot holes where I was like, wait, what a minute? Wait a minute. What a minute. Wait a minute, what was that? That made no sense. Like literally the plot of The Last Jedi is like, don't look out the window, and then look out the window and they're like, oh no, there's ships outside. Or like space fuel. And like when they run out of fuel, the ship starts falling. Or the gravity in space. Like the whole thing was just so dumb. Anyway, Kelly Marie Tran was kind of one of these diversity, characters. And I think it's stupid when you put so much weight on a diversity character, because this is what happens. Because they were like, we have, a short, chubby, like Asian female character who's like a lead. Then when people realized she was poorly written and not popular, they act like it was the diversity was the reason they write her out. So they say one of the reasons, Rose basically has nothing in the new film. She has like, a minute of screen time, I think. So they said, one of the reasons that Rose has a few less scenes than we would like her to have has to do with the difficulty of using Carrie Fisher's footage in the way we wanted to. Terrio explained to Awards Daily. We wanted Rose to be the anchor at the Rebel base who was with Leia. We thought we couldn't leave Leia at the base without any of the principals who we love. This is such a lie. Sorry, it's not true. They were writing out Rose Tico because she was a poorly written character and she was widely unpopular. The new Star Wars crowd, the new fan base they've courted, tried making it seem like Kelly Marie Tran deleted her Instagram account because of harassment, when in reality, apparently she only had the thing in the first place because of it was a promotion for Star Wars. The last thing we're doing was deliberately trying to sideline Rose. Lies. They desperately try to save this film. We adore the character and we adore Kelly. So much so that we anchored her with our favorite person in the galaxy, General Leia. The use of Leia in that film was so terrible. It was so obvious. I'm sorry, man. They should have opened the new movie with a ship exploding and Leia not being able to marry Poppins, I guess. But I guess they couldn't because The Last Jedi was so bad, they made Leia, fly through space. They could have started the movie with Leia just sacrificing herself or something. Instead, they did this weird thing where they took unused footage of Carrie Fisher where she says one word and spliced it into random moments that literally made no sense. Now they're trying to cover this all up. I'll tell you this, at least they're learning. Ghostbusters 3, I'm excited for that, okay? Because Ghostbusters 2016 was a disaster. But now you reap what you sow, man, okay? I don't, look, Rilo fans are going to therapy, not eating, and skipping work because they're traumatized Kylo Ren died. At the Rise of Skywalker premiere, one left hysterical telling a SW actress to get hit by a car because the actress wouldn't yell at JJ in person. All this over a fictional character. Congratulations. The toxic fans you were so angry about. The ones who were like, I wish Star Wars was more like it used to be. Yet now you've got the people saying they wish you get hit by cars. But I'm going to leave you with one last tidbit. Look, I think Star Wars is over, whatever. Star Wars trilogy mocked by star John Boyega. This is from the Daily Wire. John Boyega is great. I don't want to say he's mocking it. He's just having fun. He's poking fun at Star Wars, whatever. They say on Wednesday, actor John Boyega, who played the character Finn, nearly broke the internet when he tweeted out a not-so-cryptic meme trashing the Disney trilogy for how it handled the supposed romance between Kylo Ren and Rey, an unlikely duo that superfans have since referred to by the moniker Reylo. Take a look. I gotta say, I don't know if they have the post. Do they? I don't think they do. Okay. Daily Wire, you missed this one, or maybe it just didn't load, I don't know. The best meme I've seen so far with John Boyega was apparently someone posted on Instagram that, with John Boyega posting this stuff, he said, my boy Finn realizing with Kylo Ren out of the picture, he's free to move in on Rey. And then Boyega said something cover your kid's ears right now. He said something like, it doesn't matter who's doing the romance, it matters who ends up laying the pipe or something. Dude. And then someone, I guess, insulted him, and he was like, I got work, I don't care. So he's making fun of this, I guess. Dude, it was really bad. Star Wars romance. Kylo Ren creepily like kidnapping Rey. She fights him, stabs him in the gut, fights him again, then they kiss for some reason, then the dude dies, whatever. Look, the whole movie was sad. And you know what? I'll tell you this. The people who are loving it are apparently nuts. And good. You can keep Star Wars. I'm out. I don't know what to tell you, man. The new toxic fan base, I don't want to have anything to do with that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you want to talk about, you want to, like, dude, I can't zoom in on this stuff, but YouTube would probably ban me. But you get the point. It's sad to say that the toxic fans like me, who didn't like the Star Wars, who didn't like the Last Jedi, are moving on. But you go ahead and keep the new ones you've curated. I'll leave it there. Stick around, I got one more segment coming up for you in just a few minutes, and I will see you all shortly.